Like, I can tie this in. I could sew it all together. Anyways, so I was in a work release, was nothing more than an apartment in a rundown part of town out in Orange County, a rundown city kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I took the bus there, but I started working for a guy that ended up, his dad owned a clothing company. And so I was working in the back there, and he comes walking out. He ended up being my manager. And he comes out and he goes, "Hey, man." He goes, "You know that bouncer down at this bar?" And we used to go watch punk bands play there. He goes, "He fought in the UFC. You know what the UFC is?" And I go, "You know, I seen it in the Playboy magazine thing. It's got to be some kind of professional wrestling thing." He goes, "No, that chemo guy fought in it. The guy that always pulls you out of line and says, 'Hey, Mr. Abbott, sir, let me hold the door.' And that guy." I go, "The Samoan dude with the sleeveless arm things." And he's the vest. He goes, "Yeah, that guy." I go, "That guy fought in? Why does he think he could fight in there?" He ended up beating me, but that's a whole different story. And he goes, "I'm going to get you in that." And I'm like, "You're going to get me in that?" I go, "Knock yourself out, bro." And he goes, "You do it?" And I go, "In a heartbeat. If I don't go to jail and I have to do this crap, I'll do it." And the probation officer part of the thing would let me go to the boxing gym at the time.
He wouldn't let you? He wouldn't let you?
You know, he would let me.
Okay.
So I'd go work for his dad, and then I'd take a 2-hour lunch and go to the boxing gym, Westminster Boxing Gym.
Oh, wow.
I've been there before.
And Noy Cruz, who used to train Carlos Palomino, was my trainer and really taught me how to sit down on my punches and hurt people. Anyways, so I go to the boxing gym, I go work, go to the boxing gym, and then go back to the halfway house, which was like a 2-story apartment. And they had like this parking almost like an alley. And I would go run for an hour with my headphones on in an oblong circle, like no longer than 50 yards, maybe 40 yards, just for an hour. I couldn't tell how far I ran. It just would run an hour every day. So I'd be so tired, just go up and go to sleep. And during that time, he kept on calling Art Davie up, going, "No, you don't understand. I got the guy that you invented the show for." And he's like, yeah. We heard this a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "No, you haven't heard from this guy." And he goes, "All right." So finally, I got done with doing my time in jail or my halfway house. And he goes, "Hey, that Art Davie guy finally wants to meet you." And he played the speakerphone on the desk. And Art's got this whiny little voice. And he's all, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, you tell that guy I got some guy 6'8", 300 pounds that might want to fight him." And I'm like, "Whatever, okay." So it was raining, and he comes pulling up in his truck. And he had like a dually truck. He used to race offshore boats at the time. And I jump in, and he goes, "What's that?" And then when I got out of jail, I moved into my parents' garage because I wouldn't move into their house. I was out of their house, and I'm not moving back kind of thing, but I'll stay in your garage. And so he comes walking. I walk out with a grocery bag. And it's back when those bags were paper, brown paper bags. And I put my wrestling shoes in there, some coaching elastic shorts, the football coaches shorts. And that was it, basically, in a T-shirt. And so it was raining, and I walked in, I set it on his desk, and this is when they're going, "Hey, we're going to call you." And we don't know what to call you. You say you're a wrestler. And I go, "Yeah, I am a wrestler." And he goes, we talk. And he goes, "Well, we're going to have to come up with an idea or something." Well, it's not you're saying you're not going to be able to fight, but, because there wasn't a long line of people that thought they were fighters, even though everybody thinks they are nowadays. So he's all, "Okay." And I said, I was like looking at, this guy's name is Dave. I was like looking at him like, see, this is all a work, man. This is all not real. And this is like a show to Gracie's and their stupid stuff and just chemo with the thing. And he's like looking at me, and then I go, all right. And I was kind of like, balloon was deflated, you know? Yeah. And I grabbed the bag, and Art, he's like a little, studio kind of cat, like a movie direct casting kind of guy. And he's like a little wormy, lying guy. And he goes, hey, yeah, what? So it was raining out. And he goes, what's in that bag? And it was kind of like soggy. And I go, well, you told me, because not me, but you told Dave, but he was on speakerphone, you know, those desk phones. I heard you say that you might have some 6'8", 300-pound guy for me to fight. And he goes, and what's that? And I go, well, it's my clothes to change into, so we can go fight right out there in the thing right there. And he goes, wait a minute, you would fight somebody just right out there? And I go, yeah, just as long as wants to fight and we don't go to jail. He goes, you're fucking crazy. I go, no, I'm real. And he goes, oh.
You're hired.
Yeah.
No, he just goes, oh, okay. And then we left, and I was deflated, like, oh, man, see, I told you.
You thought you was going to fight that day.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't care about that. It's just the whole illusion, like this was going to be something. And like
shoes with him.
Like, yeah, I had my shoes, my wrestling shoes, and my fighting clothes, basically. And he was like in shock that I would actually just fight for free. I was like, fuck, give me a 6-pack. I'm done.
Give me some beer.
Yeah.
Was your first fight in the UFC? Was that the guy you folded on the cage?
No, that was Matua.
No. Matua laid out.
That was a stand-in for Shamrock.
Oh, did that guy ever fight again after you folded him
I
up?
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Man, you folded that guy up.
Yeah, I pushed his button perfect.
My God.